Get ready with me while we talk about the 26 books I've read since January 1st. I was so depressed and out of it in January. I had zero desire to do anything but read. So read I did. I read 26 books. I have no idea what order I actually read these in, but we're gonna start off strong with Metal Slinger. We're also gonna moisturize our face before we do anything because it needs it. Metal Slinger was a 5-star read for me. I loved that book. Was not expecting the plot twist. It's fae, it's magic. The characters in this book were also incredible. I absolutely love Brynn. She's one of my new favorite female main characters. Don't know how much I can tell without giving away a lot of premises from this book. So all I'm gonna tell you is if you like magic and you like fae and you like good plot, good twist, especially like really fun characters, this is a must read. I love this book. I cannot wait for book 2. Next up, we have the Fallen Royals series by S. Mastery, which is Wicked Dreams, Games, and Promises. We also have Concealer, because your girl has not slept yet today. I got off work at 7, and now it's 2 p.m., and I have to get ready for something because it's my day off. So this series follows Caleb and Margot. It is a hockey romance. I picked it up thinking it was a hockey romance, but it does have hockey in it. It's just not the main focus. I would say the main focus of this series is the second chance romance. Caleb and Margot grew up together, and then tragedy struck. Something happened without giving too much away. She had to leave due to trauma. A section of her memories basically just disappeared. So when she comes back into town, she sees Caleb again for the first time, and he absolutely hates her. And she can't really remember the reasoning as to why he despises her so much. As the series goes on, you figure that out. I did enjoy it. Was it like one of my top favorite series? No, but I did read all 3 books and enjoy them. So if it sounds like something you want to read, definitely check it out. After reading that series, I was in the mood for some rom-coms, and I felt like I finally needed to read The Fake Mate by Lana Ferguson because I had heard all these great things about it, and I ended up just devouring that book. 5 stars, absolutely loved it. They're doctors and they're werewolves. She needs to fake that he's her mate because her grandmother will not get off of her back, and he is like the grumpy ER doctor, and he also kind of backed himself into a corner and also needs to find a mate really quick, so they agree on this like fake relationship. So you obviously see where that's going. I devoured the book, loved it. So then of course next I had to read the rest of them, which was The Nanny and Game Changer. The Nanny, he's a chef. She's the new live-in nanny that lives at the house. I ate this shit up because she used to have an OF, and it turns out that he actually used to be her like, she fell for him because he was one of her clients, but she doesn't know. I loved how this story went. It was fun. It was spicy. Great plot. Definitely recommend reading it. And Game Changer was also fantastic. He is a hockey player who has to like revamp his image, and she's a chef. So they decide both of their teams come together, and they're like, hey, you guys are going to do this show together. It'll be great. They basically fake this relationship. You know how that goes. So it's fake dating. These books were so fun to read. I ate them up. So if that sounds like something that you like, definitely check those out. They're all standalones. Absolutely amazing. Loved them. Totally forgot to tell you, Makeup Forever foundation. I just put a little bit on to go with the concealer. Blend it in. After all that, I was still in a rom-com mood, so I read The Proposal Play by Lauren Blakely. I loved this book. It's another fake dating. They are actually best friends. They go to Vegas and they used to do like these basically adventures. They decided to go to Vegas and get married on a whim. They were just gonna come back and reverse it, but it turns out people took pictures, it became a thing. They both work in professional and they're in the limelight. They decided to roll with it. He's on a hockey team. She's also best friends with her brother. I ate this book up. Also, for my next step in my makeup, I do contour and I use Rare Beauty, put it on my face like this, blend it out. After I do my contour, I go back in with a even lighter shade of concealer, just a little bit to touch up in these highlight areas and blend that out super quick. And while I'm blending this in, I'm just kind of like pushing it out and into these little areas where there's these tiny creases, and I'm not like swiping, I'm more just like blotting, and it really highlights the face. I love it. We're gonna bake using Laura Mercier's translucent powder. I'm not sure if I'm saying her name correctly, translucent powder. But while we're doing that, I'm gonna tell you about another 5-star read that I had, which was Deepened by Allie Hazelwood. To say that I am obsessed with this book is the biggest understatement. I have not shut up about it since I've read it. I love it so much. This story follows Lucas and Scarlett. Lucas is a world champion swimmer at Stanford. She is a junior platform diver at Stanford. They are actually friends through his girlfriend. And I know how that sounds, but let me tell you, the plot in this story is insane because him and his girlfriend have been together forever, but they're basically just not happy anymore. And you find out later, I don't want to give too much away, but they basically break up. And it turns out that the reason why they break up too is because they're not compatible sexually, right? And he's into certain schminks. And they break up and she confides in Scarlett, the girlfriend confides in Scarlett, and it turns out Scarlett has these exact same schminks. So she tries to talk to her thinking it's gonna like ease this thing and make everything better. Nope, they break up, and what does the girlfriend do? The girlfriend goes, you know what? I wanna see other people because we've been together forever and I wanna now experiment and go out and I wanna do my own thing. But you know what? You and my ex-boyfriend should hook up. My mind was blown when I read this. I was like, what? She literally pushes for her ex-boyfriend and Scarlett, Lucas and Scarlett, to get together because they're into the same things. And when I tell you everything that's going on also, because Scarlett also has a lot of trauma that she's dealing with right now from an injury from platform diving, and she's really struggling with it. And he actually helps her through it in this story. This book was spicy, but the plot was also plotting. All right, and can we take a second to just appreciate how absolutely gorgeous this book is. 5 stars, you need to read this immediately. It's time for the eye makeup. I use the Soft Glam 2 palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills and this Easy Eye palette by Charlotte Tilbury. I'll kind of show it as I go. After reading that, I really wanted to get into some dark romance again, so I read the Edge of Darkness series by Lee Rivers. I really like this series. It follows the characters of Kate and Stacy. It's dark, it's smutty, it's a second chance romance. It's like enemies to lovers from being, lovers in the past. It's dark. It has really good plot and spice and action. So if that sounds like something you want to read, Lee Rivers never goes wrong. So I 10 out of 10 also recommend that series. For my eye makeup, I use like a light brown and go onto my eyes and kind of buff it out. And then I take this piece of cardboard and I carve it to make a wing, which I'll show you in a second. I do the tan. I put this really pretty light tan shimmery color in the center of my eyelid and blend it out. It goes really well with the tan and I absolutely love it. And then once that's done, I do the white in the inner corners. Before I show you how I do that, we're gonna talk about the next series I read, which was the Abs Valley series by Ames Mills. Technically, this entire series is 11 books and I ate them up. Abs Valleys is the first 7 books and then there are several books after that. And in Abs Valley, the first 7 books, it's technically 6 with a novella, and each 2 books is a different group. They're all white shoes. It's sword crossing, it's dark romance. I devoured this series and I couldn't put it down. It's one of those, I love a good wide shoes that has like good plot, but also good character development. I love the banter. I love like having some comedic moments, but it's also got a lot of good action. If that sounds like something you want to read, you need to read this entire series. And I know when you hear 11 books, you're like, oh my God. Because like I said, the first 6 books are 3 different groups. And then after that, there's like their beta team and there's another group. But this whole series, it was very easy and quick to read. I love a good dark romance, but when you add in wide shoes and all of these other components, you need to read it. You'll love it. For the white, I use the Under the Cover eyeshadow by Sephora. I put it in my inner corners and I put it right here under my eyebrows, which I'm gonna do once I'm done with my eye makeup. Next, after that, I use NYX liquid eyeliner to do this wing on the top in black, and then I use a Sephora cream liner in white for my bottom. After that, I use the Luxila magnetic lashes and put the magnetic liner on the top right over the black, and I also use Lash Princess by Essence. This is the best mascara ever. After that, I fill in my brows. The next book I read was book 3 of the Infatuated Face series by Janine O'Reilly. Where Did You Go? I love that series so much, and this book ended on such a cliffhanger. I literally messaged Janine immediately and was like, what the fuck, you're getting my therapy bills. So good. Read it. If you like fae, spice, it's like dark fantasy fae. That series is 10 out of 10. Next, I used the NYX contour palette to contour my nose and highlight. The last series I read was the Twilight of Ember series by Tessa Hale. It's a Dragon Shifter wide shoes. I ate this series up. I read all 3 books in one day. 5 stars. Blush, highlighter, lips, all-nighter finishing spray. Done. Bye.